All right. We are live on YouTube and Facebook at once. So, getting ready to do the reading. So, if you're joining in, please let me know that you're here. And if you could share, that would be great too. Hey, Sabrina. Hey, Valerie. Hey, Michelle. Hey, Jenny. Hey, Brianna. Just going to share it on my personal pages. And we'll get started. All right. Hey, everyone watching on YouTube. Thank you. Hey, Ashley. Thank you, Jenny, for sharing. Hey, Brianna. All right. So, how's everyone doing tonight? I'm a day late. I didn't do my New Earth reading last week because I didn't feel like it. I don't know what people are doing outside. They're always riding these like weird things down the path. Good. All right, let's get started with this. So we're going to do ABC. So if you've never done this with me before, you pick A, B, or C. You can pick anything, like you can pick both letters. So feel connected to like A and C, or if you feel connected to just B and C, or you feel connected to all of them. It doesn't matter. So you can do whatever you feel that you need to at this time. And that's your message, or you may not know what to pick and you may be like, well, I don't know if I'm A, B, or C. Then you just go with whatever messages you hear from either of the cards, and that's your answer there too. Let's see. Hey, Jennifer. Yes, everyone's life is crazy right now, so we're just learning how to deal. My patience has been tested more than once this week, just trying to keep it together. Yeah, I mean, sounds about right now, Not everybody is happy at the moment. There's a lot of change going on the planet, and for that, it makes a lot of humans extremely uncomfortable. And then when humans become uncomfortable, they will get very aggravated, agitated, angry, depressed, and all of the above. So we're trying to deal as best as we can. Hey, Jennifer. There is not enough wine to survive this quarantine with kids. I don't have any kids. I have a cat. So, all right, let's get started. So, we're going to start with A, obviously, and we'll see where it goes. Where are we going for this week? All right, so I got my regular tarot here. I got my tarot in Wonderland. And like last week, a few weeks ago, I just want to say this. I tried to like pre-record this and it was fine. I think it worked fine, but it's just so much more different doing the pick a card readings live. And I really like to do them live. So, and you're going to see my eyes moving because I'm on YouTube and Facebook. I'm going to have to figure out how to get this camera. I wonder if I can do that. I think I can. Do this if I can put it. Oh, nope. Then it blocks the camera on my phone. We don't want to do that. Don't want to do that. We kind of don't want you to see my whole room. So we'll just leave it here for now, but I'll figure that out one day. All right. Let's see what's happening. Hi, Candy, joining on YouTube. All right. Let's see what we got for A. A for the collective. All right, so we got the Ten of Pentacles upside down. So we got the Lovers card. That's interesting. I'm going to pull some of these. I'm going for this deck right here, the Energy Oracle deck. I've been using these cards a lot. I use these cards and then I put them away. And I don't touch them for months, but they've been coming out lately. You know when you have that, and like a lot of readers know this, is like, you know when you have the cards that tell you the truth? Like you have those cards that like give you those like vague messages. Like those are the ones that you like to pull when you don't want to know the truth. These cards tell me the truth. So I like to use them. All right. Hey, Donna, thank you for joining in. Hey, Phaedra, we're on A. We didn't get too far yet. Now, what's this? The Thinking Woman is A. So I'll show you on YouTube first. And then Facebook, The Thinking Woman. Please ignore my nails. They do not look too well right now. All right. The Thinking Woman. And then we have the Lovers card. And then we have the Ten of Pentacles upside down. So what's happening here for all you A's? So like with that Lovers card, I'm really getting like a lot of, it's like wanting a deeper connection. That's what I feel with the Lovers energy in there. But it's like overthinking everything. That's what I feel with these two cards together. Is like A feels like they're overthinking everything. Also, the Ten of Cups upside down. Like Ten of Cups to me is always community. So it's maybe you feel really alone, maybe you feel really isolated. A lot of people feel like that right now. But it's a lot of not allowing yourself to maintain on the path that you need to be on. So like all that overthinking with a lot of that like overly masculine energy is kind of like it's blocking a lot of the feminine energy that wants to come in and connect to you, kind of keeping you in flow. So like that Thinking Woman card, it's usually a great card, but right now I feel like it's blocking the more flowy feminine energy that wants to come in, that will help you create, will help you move past these barriers. So I feel like with you, there's a lot of barriers for people that picked A, but it's almost like it's in your head. This isn't in like a wounded feminine energy. It has to, when we have wounded feminine energy, it's about wanting to hide. It's not about wanting to speak up. Like even while I'm talking, like I can feel like my throat hurts right now. My throat feels strained. It feels like when you go out and you speak, you're not being heard. So for anyone that picked A, it's really about getting clear about your message right now and getting clear on your thoughts. Like lots of clarity within the mind is needed at this moment. I really feel the overthinking. Usually when I pick the Thinking Woman card, it's somebody who's in alignment with what's like where they're going. Like they know the next steps that they're going to take. But because this 10 of Pentacles is upside down, which is like a concern for me, as far as how you're perceiving the energy, it's like your perception. So it may be like maybe you feel like you're missing people or you're not connecting with people enough, but there are different ways that you can do it, and you need to like think around the norm. So it's thinking outside of the box essentially, and I feel like some people who picked A may have a hard time with that. You may not feel like you're in the right space or you don't know how to think outside of the box. It's like a yearning for love, like with that lovers card coming in. It's almost like you feel like you're blocked off from receiving love. So that is really about tapping into your heart center and welcoming in love from different ways, different forms, different people, different scenarios. But I do feel a sense of really feeling blocked with A. Okay, I can't really read the comments right now because I'm kind of like far away, but I want to pick another card with that. So let's pick an angel card. I'm going to go with the Kyle Gray deck here. The Angel Prayers deck. Boy, do I miss my nails seeing them on camera like that. Ripping them off was not fun either. All right, let's see what's happening with A, because I want to go a little deeper in here. I feel like I might need my dragon deck too. I don't even know where that is now that I'm looking at my cards. All right, A. What else does A need to know? Yeah, the miracle of prayer. So you have Archangel Sandalphon here. And Sandalphon is supposedly the brother of Metatron. So Metatron, I connect with the ascension. Sandalphon, I connect with the energy and the element of earth. A lot of times when you're overthinking, you're too in your head. Like there's too much energy up here, like in these upper areas, and then there's not enough on the bottom. So it's really showing like grounding in and then allowing yourself to connect up. And that's how you will receive a connection. That's how you will begin to connect more clearly. So we're having a really hard time grounding right now. Everyone is, because there's too much information. We don't know what to distinguish, like what is truth, what is facts, what is, fiction, fake news, whatever you want to call it. So during this time, all of humanity, all of the collective is really confused because we're in the unknown. We're in a huge transition. And for a lot of you that picked A, you're too in your head right now. You need to get out of your head. You need to get connected. You need to get grounded. You need to start like literally, if you don't know how to ground, think about like waking up in the morning and just picture your energy anchoring into the earth. Because if you picked A, that is what is needed right now. You need to really pull your energy down and anchor in and connect with what is good for you at this time, what feels really good for you at this time. And overthinking is not going to be one of those things. So if you're beginning to overthink, you need to find a way and figure out a way how you're going to shift your energy, how you're going to get out of that. It's also too, it may be feeling like the lack of love is like maybe you're in your house and you're not around the people that you love, or you're not connected to the people that you love. Well, how can you connect with them more? There are always solutions. There are always different ways around things. And right now we're really figuring out like, how do we make changes? How do we make these shifts? How do we get out of these cycles? But the overthinking is really, it's stunning your growth a lot. Like there's other things that you could be doing, other things that you could be connecting with. There's other universal energies that want to connect with you, whether it's downloads from the universe or it's connections with your guides or anything like that. And I feel like a lot of you are, if you picked A, you're kind of blocking that off. All right. We're going to what did Andrea say? I didn't pick A, but shots fired. Yeah. Ashley likes to fire shots. I like your nails natural. Thank you. I don't, but thank you very much. I do appreciate that. I don't like my nails natural because I like to have dragon claws. So I don't have them right now. And I'm a Virgo and I like to have my nails where they're perfectly painted and there is no smudges and they don't look like that right now. And like when you're reading cards and you're going like this, it's not the coolest thing. Anyways. All right. Let's do the Tarot in Wonderland. I feel like we're not done with A. don't want to stay on A because I don't like A, but I guess I will. I guess I'll pull one of these cards for A too. I just feel a block with A. Feels so much wanting to move, wanting to shift, but you don't know how to get yourself out of that shit. All right, let's see what's coming up with A. Again. Yeah, see? 3 of Swords, man. Fuck that 3 of Swords card. Nobody likes that card. That's a harsh energy. It's like, in a sense, you feel betrayed. You feel lost. Like, you feel like whenever this card is coming up, it's like you can't connect to your heart. You can't connect to this. This is the Lover's card. Like, this is a coming together. This is a reuniting. This is pieces of yourself from the divine beginning to merge. And there's a block there. There's a huge block. And the 3 of Swords, again, confirming that. So really, if you're an A, and I'm going to tell you this, and I'm going to kind of, be real about this, like, you got to get yourself out of these fucking shitty thoughts. Like, they're not helping you. They're not doing anything for you. So you have to get yourself out. A lot of people are just like, okay with sitting in their anxiety and depression all day. Like, that to me is not okay. Like, dealing with your anxiety and depression is what you should be doing. But sitting in it and allowing it to just fucking take over your whole life, that's some bullshit. And if that's happening to you, then there's things that you need to move through in your field. There's things that you need to fucking work on. There's things that you can be doing to make your life better at this point. So, where everyone's going through a hard time. There is not one person on this planet. Think about this. This is a fucking worldwide thing that's happening. There's not one person on this planet who isn't going through a hard time right now. I find them very few and far between because we all have thoughts and things going on that we are not liking in this moment. But for you to be sitting in this shit constantly, because that's what I feel with A, is like it's just a sitting and it's a sulking and it's just a like digging into the fucking despair. Like, that's what I feel like. You guys are fucking anchoring into the despair there. It doesn't have to be like that. And a lot of it is you have to figure out how you're going to get yourself out of that. You may need to find a coach. You may need to find a healer. You may need to find a therapist. You may need to go and fucking talk to somebody. That's another thing, is like assistance. So like the 10 of Pentacles shows that like your community connection, you feel betrayed. That shit has been cut off. But you can go out and you can find somebody to help. There is always people out there that will help you. It's just you have to say, yes, I want help. I need help. I need help and assistance moving through this. I've definitely been sitting in it. I can't seem to get out of the funk. Well, I've been hearing that from a lot of people. And I'll tell you right now, it's not easy getting out of this funk that we're in. It's very heavy, fucking nasty energy. But you have to try. A lot of people aren't trying to get out of it. They're just submitting to it. And there's some days where, I can feel it in me where I want to do things. I want to get things done. I want to accomplish things. And I have to try. Like, I have to sit and I have to say, Ashley, you're going to sit here and you're going to do this and once I'm in it, I'm good. Like, I'm going, like I'm in it. I'm not realizing what's going on within the rest of the world. I'm in my own world and I'm getting my projects done. I'm like, really, like, this part of me is open. And when you pick the Thinking Woman card, this is about new thoughts and ideas coming in. But with this card right here, to me, it's like it's all blocked. Like, it's all cut off. It's not existing. You're not letting it in. And then you got the fucking 3 of Swords. Fuck that shit, man. I just threw the cards because that's how you feel. You're just throwing it all away. Just throwing it all away. Shut off the fucking news. If you're upset, and you can't get out of it, shut off your social media, shut off the news, and start watching people or anything that will inspire you. You know, when this whole pandemic happened, I started watching Lord of the Rings again because it's something that I grew up watching and it was always very inspiring to me, and it like helped me get out of this whole mess of a world that we're in for just a little while. That's why people like the fucking Tiger King, because he's a fucking nutcase, and like you're like, holy shit, like look at these people's world. You know what I mean? Like look at this fucking guy. Like it totally takes you out of this reality. Yeah, it's really gross energy, but we're learning as humans right now, we're learning how to shift that. Sign up for my program, The Shift. It posted it on my Ashley V page. I posted it on the Ascension Next page. It's all about helping you in your energy shift. It's going to be 14 activations slash meditations where we're moving from the lowest vibration, which is shame, and then we're going all the way up to the highest vibration enlightenment. And I'm telling you, man, this energy ain't going to go. It's not going anywhere. So if a lot of you are like having a really hard time right now, you need to figure out why you're having a hard time. You need to sift through that and you need to fucking work through that. And you have to commit and make promises to yourself. And you're going to say, like, I'm not going to allow this, whatever is going on, this dark energy to take over me. So I'm totally new to this. Very cool. Thank you, Desiree. But yeah, you can't let that I love Joe. I mean, I'm like, you know, there was points in the documentary where I was like, I like this guy, and then I was like, yeah, but he's not treating the animals right. So like that was the thing. I just feel like he was a mess. He definitely needs some healing work. He needs like 25,000 Reikis, but like that's besides the point. Anyways, all right, let's go to B. What's happening with B? Let's pull some of these. And I'm just going to say this because I feel like I have to say it. When shit hits the fan, especially in America, they like to throw the shit in your fucking face and in your mouth. And that is exactly what's happening right now. The media is creating a fear, hysteria frenzy. And they're enjoying every fucking second of it. And they're enjoying every second of everyone being submissive and breaking down. Like these people literally ingest your fear. Like your fear is their food. So unless you want to be food for a bunch of pieces of shit, then you need to learn to shift your energy. You need to learn to shift into the light. You need to learn to remove this heavy energy in your field and move above and beyond that. And a lot of times it's not easy because you have to go through all the traumas and things that you've experienced in this lifetime and then in other lifetimes. And within the next few months or so, I'm going to start doing a lot of future self work, and that's going to be some crazy shit. So, all right, let's go to B. What are we getting for B here? So I'm not just a card reader, I'm a coach. I actually don't do many card readings anymore because I like doing coaching more because I like to pull people out of their shit and their fuckery and their excuses. So if you're interested in one-on-one coaching with me, let me know. All right. All right, we're going into B right now. Oh my God. Okay, no, we got the Two of Cups here for B. And we got the Five of Pentacles. Hey, Ron. You're B. All right, we just started with B. All right. Mm, I feel like I gotta pick all different cards for B, so we'll go with some Kyle Gray. Thank you, Valerie. All right, B, 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 B for balance, bitches. So we got three B's. B, balance, bitches. All right. So B's need to be some balance bitches. All right, let's see what else we got here. Change and transition. We got Archangel Azrael. So he is the angel of death. I like this depiction of him. He looks pretty gangsta. All right. I'm going to pick one more for B. I don't know. I feel like B's, you're kind of just more going with the flow here. Like you're kind of enjoying, not enjoy, maybe you are, maybe some of you are enjoying it, but that's what I feel like is a sense of B is like learning to move within this chaos, learning to like change last minute. And if you picked B and you're like, no, that's not me, this is something that your energy is capable of. So if you picked B, it's showing that you're easily, you can become fluid within this moment. You can shift when you need to. So for like the next week or two, your energy is going to be able to shift out of whatever is coming towards you that you may not feel comfortable with. And you're like, all right, I'm going to try this. I'm going to go move into something new. So it's actually a lot of transitions for B2. So this card says change and transition, but I'm seeing like a bunch of them. So for the next week or two, there's going to be a lot of changes for people in B. Like for A, I feel like you guys are kind of like in one space and you need to figure out how to work in that one space. A lot of that is within the mind. So for A, it's working with the element of air. And how are you going to move past all of this energy that is kind of like stuck in the top of your system? It's like learning how to ground in and learning how to stand still and be okay with the stillness. But for B, it's being okay with the constant shifting and changing all the time. And that's what I see is like a lot of hopping around, a lot of movement, and like I see you guys kind of taking it gracefully. Like you're not um allowing things to get in your way. So if you picked B, know that you're very capable at this moment to be in the shifting process and not allowing yourself to be at a standstill. Like for B's, I feel like your energy shouldn't be at a standstill right now. Like you should be really moving in many different directions. It's almost like trying different things. It's like getting like almost seeing like where you're going to be comfortable in these moments. And like if you're feeling comfortable in like one moment and then the next moment you're kind of like, that's not really working for me. I'm going to shift. I'm going to change again. That's what I'm seeing for B. Because yeah, you got the Two of Cups card. So to me, it's like finding people and it's like limited people. So I'm seeing like a limited amount of people you can connect with that are kind of like on your level. So I also see for B is like newer people coming in on your connection level. So people that you may used to be normally connecting to, it's not really working so much right now. So you also may have to shift that too. Like the people that you feel are in your comfort zone are actually like draining your energy. And you're going to have to kind of find more comfort in people that before you may have been like, yeah, I don't know about them. But it's a lot of relationship changes. But I feel like with that, it's also allowing you to, like the health thing keeps coming up with the Two of Cups as well. It's like finding like a healthier regimen too during these times. That's something else that keeps coming up and becoming more devoted to that. It's like getting to choose your destiny, right? Yeah. Yeah, and I was actually talking to somebody, I was coaching someone today, and she was kind of like asking me about, if her guides can like tell her what path she's supposed to be on. And like when we went into meditation after the session, I was like, you're not supposed, they're not going to tell you shit. Like you need to decide. It's up to you to choose right now where you want to go. It's up to you to create your own story. And that definitely connects a lot with B, is like you're here to create your own story, not have somebody else do it for you. You know, a lot of times we're like waiting for the universe to like kind of show up in some sense and give us the invitation or the signs, which yeah, that like, you know, that makes a lot of sense in certain ways, but for B, it's definitely a lot of choices, and you're going to make those choices and you're going to make those changes and you're going to be okay with that. Like you're going to, it's like a sense of feeling, I feel okay. You know, I feel a lot better about what's going on right now. I feel like I'm able to work through this. So the balance card came up really strong. You're balanced bitches. You bees are balanced bitches. um, but yeah, this to me is like that's how you're going to stay in balance, is constantly shifting and moving your energy. Yeah, Nicole, you were even saying that this morning. Did you pick B? You are right on. I picked B. Awesome. Yeah, I'm right on. All right. Somebody just said I have big boobs on YouTube. Okay. Anyways, so let's pick an Ascended Master card for B. All right. See what? Let's pick an Ascended Master card for A too. So we'll pick an Ascended Master card for A. Who wants to come out for A? The Hilarion. He came out today in one of my readings. Wow. Hilarion's all about healing. And it's funny because who this came out for, she was very like, she's somebody who assists other people in like taking care of them. Wow. And the community card came up. I wonder if she's watching. Anyways, so yeah, A's need a lot of healing work, a lot of patience for A's. So let's go into who's the Ascended Master for B. Wow. You guys got a good one for B. So look at this here. And they're both from different decks. Look at how these cards match. Look at that red. That's that fire. That's that flame. That's that transmutation. You got Kali Ma. Now, for those of you who don't know who Kali Ma is, she is the destroyer. She is the one of the Ascended Masters that will destroy everything in your path so you can move on to the new. But when she comes around, you better be ready for it. So a lot of times when Kali comes around, I'm like, oh shit, here we go. So like that's like the people breaking away. You know what I mean? Like that's the old habits breaking away. It's feeling really uncomfortable. But for bees, there is a sense of comfort in being not comfortable. So you guys are, and it could have been something that shifted recently. Is like, okay, fuck it. I'm just gonna go with the flow here. I'm gonna go with where I need to be at this moment. All right. So let's go into C. Sammy. My cat's over here. All right. All right. Where are all my C's at? Coming in for a C. She's definitely high on catnip right now. All right, C. King of Swords. The Emperor. Interesting. And then, wow. So C's got a lot here. All right. Let's pick another card for C. So Amy is a C, Valerie's a C, Jessica's a C, Barbara's a C. All right, so the Door to Spirit card upside down. So I'll show YouTube first, and then I will show Facebook. We also have the King of Swords here. So it's interesting that the Spirit card was upside down, and then this guy came in. Well, he came in first, and then the Spirit card. King of Swords is very logical. All right. The Star, which is another prominent card. That is a major card. And then we have the Emperor upside down. So this is another major card here. So we have a king, and then we have two major arcana for a C. So that shows another big transition. But for C, why would the Emperor be upside down and then the King of Swords and then the Star? Okay, I understand this. So for C, it might feel like maybe a lot of you are feeling like your connection is kind of cut off, or you're not receiving what you usually receive from your spirit guides, your angels, whatever. In this moment, it, to me, because the King of Swords is very prominent, I feel like it's all about you at this moment. It's all about you making the decisions for yourself. So it's not really depending on your connection to spirit at this moment. It's heart, and then making those decisions for you. So it really is like a sense of independence for C coming in, a very strong, dominant feeling of independence, especially when we've got the King of Swords. So the King of Swords is the oldest out of all of the kings of the court card. So he has a lot of wisdom, experience, knowledge, and he uses that to his best ability. And sometimes a lot of people don't like the King of Swords because he's always 10 steps ahead. He is always 10 steps ahead of all the other kings. Like, he knows a lot about, all right. Let's see. All right. Okay. Sorry. I had to block someone on here because they're being stupid. Okay. So anyways, the King of Swords is somebody that uses their wisdom and experience. So this is what, if you picked C, you need to go back into where you feel that you have, gained a lot of your strengths, gained a lot of your courage, and really worked through significant problems in your life. So this is extremely important if you pick C. It's not about asking others' opinions. That's kind of something that I posted today. It's not about approval of others. It is about what feels right for you. So I feel like for C, there's going to be some big moments in the next few weeks or so. There's going to be some things that kind of come in, and you're going to be questioning yourself. But I feel like the answer is within you. It's not about anyone around you. And these are big prominent moments. These are big steps. Like, these are big leaps. These are changes, challenges, but it's a way for you to overcome anything that you feel significantly uncomfortable with. And you're going to tap into, it's almost like tapping into the past, like into your past, like what have you overcome? So if you picked C, I would say a great activity for you guys to do would be to journal about things that you've done in the past and how you've conquered and how you've gotten to where you are now. And then I want you to do some more journaling and how you can apply that to your future and your present moment. Because with C, I feel a lot of wins. but it almost might feel like you're failing in the beginning. Like it might not feel like it's working. You're like, I don't think that this is crazy. This feels like it's not going to be something that I'm going to be successful at. But I feel like with the King of Swords and the Star card there, it's really reaching. It's really taking those leaps. It's really making yourself feel uncomfortable, but it's a knowing. It's like an innate knowing inside yourself, like, okay, I've done this. Like, this was something that was really hard in my life. I didn't think I was going to be able to do it. Like, even go back into those emotions and those feelings during that time where you made those huge changes in your life. So it's very interesting because all the cards are very different. So it shows how a lot of the realities are split right now. So for A, it's a lot of healing work. It's a lot of like really trying to get out of that anxiety, trying to like stop with the overthinking. You have to figure out ways of how to get yourself out of there. If you need assistance, you have to ask for it. A lot of times when we're in dark places, we can't get ourselves out. We need other people to help us. And it's hard for people to admit that sometimes. So really think about that and how you can change that part of your reality. For B, it's like ripping out the old, and it's going to be messy. It's not going to be organized. It's going to be all over the place, but you guys get it. Like, it's like a feeling of like the little changes and shifts are going to bring you to something bigger. And that could even like be something like C here, where it's like a bigger leap. The challenges aren't going to stop this year. So if you're like waiting for the energy to calm down and like be normal or like go back to what it was, it's not going to happen. It's just not. You have to get used to this intensity. Even the vibration on the planet keeps raising daily. We're not going back to the old. So if you're waiting for something to be normal again or a sense of normalcy, you're always going to be looking in the past, and then that energy from the past is going to be shitting on your future because you're going to be comparing, and then you're going to be saying, well, I want it to be like that again, and it's not going to be. So you have to just move forward with what you can. A lot of like during this phase and during this process on the planet, a lot of our choices are limited, but it doesn't mean that we can't have huge expansion and growth during this time. We can, it's just going to have to be in different ways. So, and let me pick an Ascended Master card for C. All right. So we have this guy. I don't know how to say his name. All right, I'm going to look it up because it's got to say how to pronounce his name. I don't want to say it wrong. But this is the Ascended Master for C. Where is he? Here he is. It doesn't say how to say his name. Mahavatar Babaji, I think is his name. He looks like a happy guy. Soul expansion. That's just what I was talking about for C. So again, confirming. Take those leaps, you take those chances, you work with the experience, the wisdom, and everything that you've worked with in the past. You're going to be very successful. And you know, it's funny because a lot of people think that like this is it, this is the end, and like you can't be successful during these times, and like you have to just wait for things to go back to normal. You have to think of innovative ways to be successful. I will tell you that April has been my best month this year. In all this chaos, April has been my best month financially, client-wise, like everything. Like everything skyrocketed in April because I was not giving in to the fucking feelings of like doom and gloom and just sitting back and just thinking, well, this sucks. You know, in March, I was like, this sucks, this sucks, this sucks. Like I'd wake up in the morning and be like, yo, this fucking sucks. Like this sucks. And in April, I was like, this is great. This is great. Like I'm moving through everything that I can at this moment. You know, I've had bad days. Like it wasn't like every day in April was great, but you have to get used to this energy. It's so intense and it's going to continue to be intense. And I think that also, too, a lot of people, it is dark. There is a lot of darkness on the planet, but there's always been a lot of darkness. It's just been hidden. Like you haven't felt it, you haven't seen it before because it hasn't been revealing itself as much, but it's always been there. So right now we're just feeling it more because it's things are being revealed. The veil is lifting. Like we're beginning to see beyond the veil. And through that you feel the good, the bad, the great, the ugly, the fucking whatever. Um, but all right. That's it for today. Thank you all for joining in. So thank you, Facebook people and YouTubers. Um, but yeah, so it really is your choice of where you want to be in this time. Because we got 3 different realities here. So a lot of times when I do these readings, it's like the similar energy. It's just different things you need to work through. But this is like all different realities right here. And I'm all set with A. Like, fuck that shit, And some days you're going to be in the energy of A, where it just seems like hopeless and it just seems like a mess. And you're not going to understand like how to move out of that, how to get out of that. But this is why I'm like offering all these programs right now, is because I can help be a guide to you. Other people too that are out there doing this work. It's like you got to connect with the people that you feel connected with. But this is why we're here. We're here to help people shift through all of the chaos and the craziness. Like this is what we've been waiting for. If you're a spiritual person, you've been talking a lot of shit about wanting the ascension. Well, here it is. You can't have it. You can't have massive expansion without tragedy and trauma and upheaval. You just can't have it. It's not going to happen. You learn to grow during the worst of times. And it's going to keep getting crazier. So if you guys think this is it, it's not. It's not. And I can feel it and other people can feel it that do this work. Like this is not it. We're going to get fucking crazier here. I mean, there may be physical aliens walking around by the end of this year. Who knows? The Pentagon just released what is it, like files or photos on aliens, unidentified flying objects near the Pentagon. Nobody even gives a shit because of all this coronavirus stuff going on. Of course they did it now. You know what I mean? Like, of course they did it now. All right. Thank you all for watching, and I will see y'all soon. Definitely follow both pages, my YouTube and my Facebook page. Marcus, you're going to have to wait until I stop the video. My phone's dying too. All right. I'll see y'all soon. Have a good week, day, morning, evening, whenever you're watching this. And blessed be. Bye.